You are now watching The Leaping Lemur.
Here's the real reason I get so much hate here on TikTok. Because it's the platform itself, full of trolls and haters. They're too stupid to realize you do realize that y'all are literally pushing me towards the algorithm, putting me on the For You page, right?
All right, y'all, here we go. Today, we're going to be talking about the Daniel Larson clone king-sized unplugged once again. Now, I had made a king-sized unplugged video not too long ago, but to be honest, I had a strike left, and he was talking a lot about trolls and being trolled, and I just really didn't feel like dealing with a strike that moment, so I decided to take the video down and just make a different video later on. But he's just been going off recently, so I think now's the time to do it. If there was any time, it would be now. I mean, this dude has been taking screenshots of people's private messages they send to him and going off about it and like just getting all angry. He gets angry. He's such a hypocrite because he'll sit there and he'll be like, you guys are calling me mean names, you guys are being mean to me, and then he'll make these videos where he's like, you this and that, like shit that I don't even know why, like how it's up on TikTok, the way that he just is so vulgar with these people. I feel like you shouldn't be able to do this. He's just going back and forth with these people. Like, I don't understand. Where does it end, bro? Because if you really want these people to stop fucking with you, you'd ignore them. That's how trolling works. That's what's turning you into a lolcow, bro, is the fact that you just can't stop talking to the trolls. You can't stop fucking with the trolls, right? It's this constant back and forth. He reminds me of a mix of Cyrax and Daniel Larson because he has the delusions of Daniel Larson, these delusions of being a musician, these delusions of getting with a woman he's never met who's some random celebrity online, while at the same time having this constant cycle of fighting with these trolls and talking to me and like referencing me in his videos and being like, the Leaping Lemur ruined my life. He's like Cyrax and Daniel Larson if they had a baby. Here's a couple of videos of him going off on his trolls, and honestly, he doesn't have to do this. He's just promoting it more. Like, people are just gonna want to do this more because they know that he's gonna read these messages and might even make a fucking video on it. So I don't know why the fuck this guy thinks that this is the solution to the problem, is sitting there and being like, yeah, you really got me, but fuck you, buddy.
This is real life right now. I'm not acting. This is not a skit. I'm legit fucking pissed off right now. Wanted to make a video off of me. I said yes, as long as it doesn't contain anything hateful, anything bullying related, or racism towards me, as I've already dealt with another imbecile who's made a video on me before. And I've already reported that video so many times to YouTube and they don't do a goddamn thing about it. But as long as you don't do those three things, you're good. Literally tells me, yes, it will be an evil video. You just expose yourself. And he tries to gaslight me into believing, no, that video wasn't going to be hate towards you. It was going to be about defending you. Sure, bud. Sure, you had time to text that. You told me. And look, literally, I told him, after I fucking told him none of those three things, he said, so? And he literally gets on another account and tells me, no, bro, please forgive me, please. He's just trying to manipulate me into giving him more information about me because that's what he wanted. Because he also told me, my recent video got 1.2 million views and I want to double that. So why were you asking me so many questions? But better yet, why were you so fixated on me, first of all? Why is it after I blocked your ass, you got on another account and you continue to tell me, I'm sorry. You literally wanted information off of me for your little You were doing your research, motherfucker. I really gotta give props to this punk ass bitch right here because he had the balls and those webbles to tell me this man to man. Yeah, I'm not signing that. Go to therapy. There's something wrong with you, freak. You know, he could have left it as a comment. He could have pussied out on it, but he didn't. He told me this man to man. And you know what? I respect that. But still, fuck you.
Yeah, you know who he's talking about in the beginning? He's talking about me. This dude still sits there and tries to say that my video towards him is racist in any kind of way. If it was, the fact that you reported it, it would be down. Like, you reporting the video, if there was any true racism in there, which there isn't even a lick of it, you would get my video taken down. YouTube is so soft right now. They are so soft right now, dude. I'm telling you right now. There is no racist videos on YouTube, at least not outwardly racist, right? So I don't know why this dude is still sitting there and I guess just like lying about what I said about him or about my video. He admitted before that he didn't even watch the video, that he just went to the comments and he said he saw a comment where somebody said I was racist in the video. I don't fucking know what that means. A lot of people say a lot of stupid shit in my comment section. I've been called a lot of stupid things, and then when I say, hey, you know, where's your proof? Like, why don't you follow up? I've asked a few people. I've been like, you know, what's the racist stuff I've said? When have I said anything that's sexist? They just shut down. It just becomes like a cycle where they move on to the next thing and they're like, you know what you said, but you did da 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 da. And it's like, all right there, buddy, sure. Why don't you just tell me directly what I said? I don't understand it, bro. And this guy's just doing the same sort of thing where he's like, you're racist. It's like, where, when, why? Tell me. Like, come on, bro. Give some evidence to the fact that I may have did something bad instead of just sitting there and complaining about me all the time. Really, it's not doing anything for you, but making it look like you didn't watch the video at all, which is true. Like, I don't understand what the fuck the point of these videos are. The first one is just him proving that he got trolled. You know, up until a point, at least up until a point, this dude was actually believing that he was talking to some guy with a video with 1.2 million views. So he probably kept answering his questions until he saw one that seemed suspicious. Like, this guy might be a little crazy, but I don't think he's dumb. You know what I mean? I think this guy actually understands when he's being trolled. He understands why people are trolling him. The thing with this guy is he's so obsessed with it that he continues to talk about these people. Like, he's obsessive in a very weird way. He's obsessive about the trolls. He's obsessive about these girls that don't even know who he is. Like, that's this guy's thing. But he's smart enough to understand when he's being trolled. I guess he's just not smart enough to understand when to stop responding to it. Well, now let's take a moment to move on to something a little bit more lighter, and that's this dude's singing arc. I'm not gonna show you guys a bunch of this dude singing because he did about 6 takes of Frank Sinatra's Fly Me to the Moon in the worst tone I've ever heard anybody sing that song. It's in this really soft tone. Like, I don't know why he would do that, because, you know, you're supposed to like project the song a little bit more with your chest, you know what I mean? Like, you're supposed to like, it's supposed to be like a full body song, and the way that he sings it is like just very, I don't know how to describe it. It's just weird. He's trying to do it in a very light, soft tone, almost as if it were a female singing it. And I'm not even trying to be like rude or anything like that, but it's almost like a different rendition of Fly Me to the Moon. It's as if you heard like maybe like a pop musician sing it or something like that. Like, it's very light and it's very soft and it's a higher pitch, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what he was really going for here, but it's not on tune, and it's not in the right like tonality. That's the best way to describe it. It's not in tune, it's not in the right tonality, and it just sounds very off. But, you know, that's just me critiquing his music, right? Other than that, after that, this dude started to get angry because other people were saying the same thing. They were like, this isn't very good, you know, you should probably work on your music a little bit more before you become so confident about it. And he completely shut them down and then started fantasizing about being a rock star with the voice like, you guys are gonna hear it, like with the voice like he has. I don't think you're becoming a rock star or a metal musician, bro. I don't know what, I've never heard a metal musician that sounds like that. You definitely need a little bit more, I don't know, like bass in your voice. You need a different tonality. Like, something's off here.
Me singing Frank Sinatra's Fly Me to the Moon, attempt 4. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars, and let me see what spring is like on a Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, in other words, I love you. Getting on my nerves, but of course I'm having people talk trash about my singing. Bro, you suck. Bro, you need singing lessons. Bro, stop. I swear, y'all will never be happy. Y'all will never be happy. And I don't care if you put it in a nice way. Bro, you need singing lessons. You're basically telling me I suck in a nice way. No, I don't care if you think I suck. If you think I suck, that's your opinion. Then I want you to tell me straight up to my face that I suck. Don't be a little in the comments, a little coward. No, message me that I suck. If you think my acting sucks and is abysmal, tell it to my face. Don't be a fucking putting it in the comments below. Tell me to my face that I suck, because I don't care if you think I suck. That's your opinion, not mine. But it's not only that. It's also, I've been getting a lot of, why don't you use music, bro? Because if you are a TikToker or YouTube and you've been uploading videos for so long, then you would know how strict these platforms can be when using certain songs. If you don't have permission, TikTok will mute your video. It doesn't matter if it was instrumental or a remix. TikTok will mute your video. I've been through this. Last year on my original account, I had a bunch of singing videos and I used instrumental karaoke versions. It doesn't matter. TikTok muted half my videos. So please understand, I can't use the music. It sucks. I hate it too. I wish I could. I wish I could. I know I wish I could, because I know it doesn't sound great when I'm singing without the instrumental. But what do you want me to do? That's TikTok was muting everything, not me. Here's why I look forward to my first rock or heavy metal concert. Obviously, I'm just a beginner, and yeah, we all start somewhere. That's just my main goal, of course. Believe me, if I had a person who said, I can make that happen for you, I would go all in for it. But unfortunately, I'm kind of a loner right now for this. But I'm not giving up on it. Anyway, I want to talk about the cool feeling about it. What is it that I look forward to? To me, there's this cool feeling of the fact that people would pay tickets just to see you perform or sing. It's so cool to me. Like the fact that someone can also travel out of state just to see you is so fucking awesome. Or if all these people that literally support you show up to your show, God, I love that feeling. I can't explain what it is exactly about it. I can't pinpoint it, but I just fucking love that feeling. That's like the best feeling ever. But not only that, to add to that, the other cool part is taking your own private bus towards the show. That kicks so much ass. And especially when you're done performing for the night and you're headed out on your tour bus. God, I love that feeling. I fucking adore this feeling. All the reasons I list out right now, all of them kick ass. Last night, I got a bunch of people messaging me that they want me to sing songs that they like, which is crazy because I did not expect this. And I like this, but it's a little overwhelming because where do I even begin? So I have a bit of a solution. If you're serious about me wanting to sing, here's my Cash App. Just send me $5 and I will sing whatever song you want. As long as it's easy for me to follow. You get the idea. But not only that, to make it worth your while, I'll also follow you back here on TikTok or Instagram if you want. Whichever platform you prefer. If you want both, I'll do it. I'll make it worth your while. Sounds cool?
Bro did a whole ass rant on how he can't take criticism. Are you serious, dude? You're like, even if you tell me in a nice way, I'm saying you, dude, because you tell me I'm suck. I walked out. What did that one? He reminds me of that dude. What's that one dude? He said, I walked out Bob Dylan. Like, who gives a fuck, bro? Like, what are you talking about? Like, your music isn't that good. What music? I don't even know why I'm saying his music. He's singing Frank Sinatra, you know? You singing isn't that good. It's not good. I don't want to talk shit about it because I know how YouTube is right now. They might say I'm bullying him because I'm saying his music is bad. That's how crazy they are right now. Can't even criticize somebody's music anymore. But I mean, it's obvious to anybody's ears that it's not pleasant. It doesn't sound pleasant. So you should probably work on it instead of sitting there and trying to force your shit down everybody's throat. Because, you know, you can practice something. Like they say practice makes perfect, but it's more like correct practice makes perfect. You can't practice something wrong and then get it perfect. You have to practice it right every single time, and you have to work on what you're practicing. You know what I mean? You can't just sing incorrectly over and over again. You have to work on it. So go ahead and, like, I don't know, watch a YouTube tutorial on how to sing or some shit like that, or go get some voice lessons and then come back, and I swear to you, the comments will be a lot more positive. They'll actually probably praise you and say, hey, thanks for listening to us, man. That's awesome. Like, that's how you move on in life. That's how you progress in life, instead of sitting back and just being angry and then wondering why people don't like the shit that you're doing. Maybe it's because you won't listen. Like, it's bad. When people told me, like, oh, your microphone sounds bad, I got a new microphone. When people told me that my editing was shit, I started editing better. When people told me that I had too much space in between my words and that it was too much dead air, I fixed that. Like, that's some shit. Like, you listen to that shit. When people at first, I'm not gonna lie, when people told me that my last Lemur wasn't good, I didn't listen. you know what I mean? I had it in my heart and my soul. I love that lemur. But after a while, I figured out that it was more of a brand thing than anything. Of course, the lemur looked good, but you know, you want people to recognize your channel. So I moved it back. Like, you have to understand how to listen to criticism and take it in. You know, you can't just sit there the whole time and do something wrong and expect people to enjoy it, because they're not. Like, bro is out here talking about being in a metal concert and having a concert when he hasn't even got past a lot of the first steps that you need to get past to be a musician. You know what I mean? Like, you haven't even learned how to sing yet, and you're already talking about having a metal music concert. It's crazy. This guy's delusions are off the charts. And now this dude's got himself like a set of buddy trolls, just like Cyrax and Daniel Larson. You know, they had their little collection of buddy trolls. So he has this little collection of buddy trolls who are asking to pay money for him to sing songs. And then he did a live stream recently, which I was able to record. I was able to record his first ever live stream. Yes, folks, that's right. I got in there right away. My homie's first ever live stream. You know, I had to be there to record it. So I wanted to show you guys a little bit of this live stream. Honestly, it was so long ago, I forget how interesting it was, but I remember it was interesting enough for me to stay in there and record it for a while. I think he started talking about like his musical career and the haters at one point. So if anything's boring, I'll just cut it out. But I know for a fact that there's some valuable stuff in there that you guys will find entertaining.
Yeah, I meant like if she wore gray undergarments, it wouldn't, like, it would just make me go, I guess. But I mean, no, it's not the color gray. It's just, she just wouldn't look, you know, Cooking with the King. That's a good one. Honestly, I shouldn't even mention this. I'm a chef. I've been cooking since I was a little kid. I can cook almost 95% of everything except for like baking. I have not done baking, but I can cook. Who knows? I might even surprise everyone in the near future. Yeah. It's not the color gray. It's just, it's not my favorite. You get the idea. If she wore gray undergarments and went to Red Lobster, the two things that I don't want to look forward to. Keep tapping the screen, you guys. Yeah, hate the smell of seafood. I hate it. It's disgusting. I don't like it. All right, keep tapping the screen, you guys. What's your dream date? I already answered this, but from now, I would like, what's it called? Road trip. So many moments that can happen there that I will look back fondly on. Honestly, that's my dream date as of right now. Just going on the road with her is good enough for me. All right, keep tapping the screen, you guys. Which is crazy. Now I have 11K likes, which is crazy. I can't even say it. Honestly, I might even go live again today or whenever I get the opportunity to do so and the chance. Road trip to where? Wherever the hell the road leads. It doesn't matter. I don't care where it is as long as we go somewhere. Somewhere is an adventure. It doesn't matter. It's an adventure. From the movie Up. Adventure is out there. The wilderness must be explored. Gah, rawr. We can go to Paradise Falls for all I care. All right, keep going with the live, guys. Keep tapping the screen. And if I lose feelings for her, oh well. Like from Seinfeld, where he wasn't even bothered by it. Jerry wasn't even bothered by one woman breaking up with him. He's like, okay, cool. He's like, I don't remember how that episode went, but I remember a little bit of the scene. He's like, you're not bothered? He's like, no, cool. You want to break up? Cool. Is there somewhere specific you've been wanting to visit? Honestly, I can't really pinpoint it, but yeah, I mean, anywhere is fine for me personally. But actually, yes, LA, Los Angeles, baby. I want to go to Los Angeles. The land of the opportunity for me, because it has everything I could ever ask for. Yeah, I want to go there. LA. Do you watch anime? All the time, sometimes. Anime, I can even pinpoint. One of my favorite animes of all time is Akame Got Killed. If I'm pronouncing that right. I fucking love that anime. It doesn't need more seasons. It told a story with just 10 episodes, but it's a good one. Remember me, sure? But I also fucking love Goblin Slayer. I fucking love Goblin Slayer. Basically, I see Goblin Slayer as like Doom Slayer. So that's basically how Doom Slayer would be. So in a way, it's sort of like Doom if it was set in a fantasy type of settings. But I love that one. Yeah, it's fucking badass, right? It's one of my favorites. Akame Got Killed will make you like, it'll make you laugh, but it also makes you question everything. Like, holy shit, one minute it makes you laugh your ass off, and the next minute, that's dark. I'm not going to spoil it, but yeah. The first 5 episodes or 6, somewhere around there, will make you laugh. But from then on, the laugh's over. Like, it gets serious. But I like that, though. It's a good one, though. Have you watched? No, I have not. There's sometimes it gets a little overwhelming because there's too many animes. I don't know. I just have to connect with it. I have to really connect with it to get into it. You know, if I don't connect with it, then I can't really enjoy it per se. Then is that a one? I've never actually heard about that one. Good one too. There's so many. They're all good ones, but I've never actually heard of them. Click, yeah. Yes, a true story. I actually filmed the scene from Click where he's overweight. And at first glance, you might think that I'm just being silly, but no, I'm actually recreating the whole scene. And legit, while I was actually filming, I felt it in my chest that I was about to like legit cry in the middle of during the filming. Like, I'm not even messing around. It's that sad and emotional. Like, holy hell, I was about to cry. I even wanted to do the scene where he flips off, you know, the guy with the G-string. That guy who took his wife. Oh, damn. 13K likes? Holy shit. That's crazy. That's just crazy how my account here just started getting up. It's just crazy. It's an ultimate comeback story because I actually had to start this whole account over because my original account got busted. It didn't want to go beyond 5K. I got stuck in 5K and I've contacted TikTok about this to fix the issue. They never did.
Like, it's wild. This dude starts off his live stream by talking about how a girl wearing gray panties wouldn't turn him on. Like, that's how he opens up the live stream. I don't understand how that has anything to do with shit. I don't know, like, what prompted him to say that. And then he makes some comment about them eating at Red Lobster. Like, dude, no woman's gonna want to go on a date with you or be around you if you're like that. Like, what do you mean? It's like this dude expects his girlfriend to wear lingerie every day or something like that. You can't set your expectations that high, especially considering you're the guy you are. You know what I mean? You're like this ASMR dude on TikTok who wears a king's crown or whatever. Like, come on, bro. You gotta relax here. You gotta set your expectations a little bit lower, be a little bit more realistic here. Bro's acting like he's the catch. Like, genuinely, in this guy's mind, he's the catch. You know, he thinks that this imaginary crush he's got on this celebrity girl is real and it's reciprocated. He thinks that she loves him and she's obsessed with him. And all he needs is like 3 or 4 buddy trolls, and this guy's good. He has about 7 people watching his TikTok live, but that's all he needs because they're sitting there, they're gassing him up. They're asking him where he wants to go, what's his dream date. He said he wants to do a date around the world, and then they ask him like where around the world, and then he says anywhere as long as it's a place. Like, I don't think this dude's very good at talking. That's my opinion. It's my personal opinion. I don't think this dude's very good at conversating. I've heard him do another live stream that I'm not even gonna like show you. I'm not even gonna force you guys to watch that shit because it's him doing this challenge where he's trying to have people like make him laugh and tell him jokes, and I don't understand it. Like, I don't understand if he's maybe like trying to find the best joke, but he's laughing, like fake laughing at all the jokes, but nobody's winning. I don't know, the whole time people are just telling these stupid jokes that I don't give a fuck about, bro. It's like I want him to talk about shit that matters, and it kind of started evolving into this live stream too. He just kind of started talking about like random shit that doesn't matter and going on these long tangents, and honestly rather hear him talk about how he wants to be a celebrity, or you know, how like he doesn't like the trolls or whatever, you know what I mean? I really rather hear that than him drone on about his favorite animes or whatever. So I feel like it's pretty clear why this guy would get shit on TikTok, why people would be commenting on his shit, why they would be telling him that, you know, he's not very good at singing. But this is the kind of shit that this guy thinks is like serious trolling. And honestly, I've looked at the comment section and it's not that bad. People really don't fuck with this guy too much, but like all they have to do is tell him that his singing isn't that good and he should try harder, like give him genuine advice, and he goes off. So he made this video talking about why he gets hate on TikTok, and of course one of the reasons is because, you know, somebody made a video about him and now like, dude, chill. The reason that people don't like you on TikTok is because you keep doing this shit. I haven't made a video about you in so long. It wasn't even one of my like well performing videos, right? It did all right, but like this dude's gonna sit here and act as though I'm the reason why his life is the way he is, as if it's not because he posts these videos being creepy about women, as if it's not because he sits there and obsesses over the trolls and screenshots all their messages and talks about them and makes these videos towards the haters every single day. It's a majority of his content at this point, but it's my fault, right?
Crush or your SP or specific person is madly in love with you, but I don't want you to question it or argue with it. I want you to just accept it. They can't stop thinking about you. Even before they drift off into REM cycle, you're the last thing on their mind. It's 24/7. They really do want to be with you more than anything in the world. And they would give it all just to hold your hand. Here's the real reason I get so much hate here on TikTok. Because it's the platform itself, full of trolls and haters. They're too stupid to realize, you do realize that y'all are literally pushing me towards the algorithm, putting me on the For You page, right? Y'all shitting on me is not making me any less. All of you haters and trolls are just fucking jealous and envious of me, and even bored. All of you just want to shit on me because y'all want something that I have that you don't. That envy that you have towards me. So, you call me a stalker, a freak, weirdo, creep, and try to like literally just talk shit at me so badly, so I feel bad. So you can try to do that so I get off TikTok here and delete my account. And you would think, if you're a hater, like, yeah, we want that. We want King Size off TikTok. Then what? I'm off TikTok. You would think that these fucker haters and trolls would be happy with their own damn lives. They're like, yeah, King Size is off TikTok. So, are they going to move on with their life? No. No, they wouldn't. They would go look for some other poor victim and do the same shit. And the cycle starts all over again.
Bro, you have to take a little bit of credit for the shit that you post on the internet. I get it. Sometimes people do go after random people and there's no reason why they should be going after them. But somebody like you who posts videos like the video I showed before, that's why I put that clip in the beginning, because I wanted you guys to have context to what this guy is saying. He's saying he's a victim after posting videos like that where he talks about how your crush has a crush on you and you don't even think about it. Just act, just do it. That is low-key some great kind of shit. So that's weird, bro. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear you talk about how your special person / your crush is obsessed with you. It's like, it's not true. You don't know that at all. You're just making some video and you're gassing yourself up in your mind, bro. You're making yourself think this is true. And then next thing you know, this guy's gonna go to this girl's concert and I just don't even want to think about it, bro. I don't like thinking about things like this, but I feel like this is just building up to something pretty bad. But with that being said, that's all I have for this update on King Sized Unplugged, the Daniel Larson clone. As you can see, he's just getting worse and worse as time goes on, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for this guy. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.